riding on a wave of humanity, racing for the edge of the galaxy. An angel led the way, and those of us who tend to see the planet in decay.
These words were spoke to me.
This is my prayer for you. I don't know where you're going to. I'll place this vision in your memory. I woke up next to you. Your face was like an angel. I knew the glow of love was the key. An angel watching over me. Can erase the damage we had done. Appetites like we had just begun. Science ruled the land. We purchased science off the shelf. We must devise a plan to save ourselves from ourselves. This is my prayer for you. I don't know where you're going to. I'll place this vision in your memory. I woke up next to you. Your face was like an angel. I knew the glow of love was the key.
All right, we're back. This is gonna be interesting. It may not reflect the views of most people who play this game, but let's just see. I don't know. Let's see the outcome of my review of the beta. Now it is a beta. All right, I am giving the developers a shot to redeem themselves. It is what it is. All right, it's defined as an arena shooter, and I'm talking about XDefiant, a game from Ubisoft that is supposed to play like Call of Duty. However, it's got some Overwatch skills, abilities, but they're limited. You know, like, I don't know why they did it. Like, if it's supposed to be a chaotic game, they should open up the abilities for you to be able to use them as you want. You know, instead of locking them by having only one ability accessible per death, or per life. So once you die, you get to respawn in various classes. I think there's 5 classes you can pick from, and you can select which skill or which ability, there's 2 per class, to spawn in as. And that kind of sucks because you have a grenade icon next to this ability, and that's it. So you do have ultimates. They're called ultras in this game. So let's go ahead and load it up here. Now, keep in mind, like I said, this is going to be me filming myself, so I may or may not be so attentive to the chat, but I will get to it as soon as possible. But I do have the chat window off because I need to see everything on my screen. And let's see. For the sake of filming purposes, I'm going to remove... I'm just gonna close this. Okay, I'm just gonna close that. Oh no, that thing's gonna show up. You son of a... You serious, man? Oh my god. Give me 1 second, guys. What I don't understand is this thing. Well, that's going to be annoying. All right, well, all right, whatever. What I'm trying to do is trying to turn off channel point redemptions because I want no interruptions. But that's okay. I don't think I'm going to be so spammed about it. All right, let's jump in to... But I'm turning off the facecam stuff, though. All right, so turning that off. Let's go do this one over here. And does not want to load. Let's go ahead and load This one. And then over here. That's interesting. Wait, what? Maintenance? We have patched the game to help with connection issues, PC players. Oh, you serious? Maintenance. Are they in maintenance? Is that what this says? We have patched the game to help. Oh my god. I thought I already... Yeah, I already did the patch. Never mind. Okay. Okay, so that works, but this one over here... Video capture, game capture, there it is. Okay, that one's good. What's going on over there? Hold on, guys. Sorry, I gotta fix this game capture thing. You guys can't see what I'm seeing. I have a filming window going on over here. Okay, clips there, but why does it snap? Oh my god. There we go. So I had a problem before with the last video that I had. Ooh, what the fudge is going on? Oh, lordy. Redo. There we go. Okay. I had a problem before with OBS and doing this vertical filming that it wasn't quite lining up video footage. And I think I know why. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Watch this. Bam. Oh, you can't see that. What am I talking about? That, and I'm going to do transform, and I'm going to do center horizontally. There we go. Perfect. Lock that in so I don't move that by accident. Lock that in too so I don't move that. Wait. This horrible thing. You know what I can do too is... I don't want to touch it. You know what? All right, let me fix this for the recording, because basically the black bars, because it's beta, they didn't fix that stuff, so I'm going to fix it at least for the TikTok here. Which you guys can't see. Let me make sure that that's all set. This one? Yeah, it is this one. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just changing this. See how it shows the black bars on the bottom here? I'm removing it from the tickety-tock. Oh my goodness. Dude, what? What's going on? Dude. Okay, that was... Oh my god, here we go again. Why wouldn't it let me undo this? How dumb is that? Web browser. Alright, fit the screen. There we go, web browser. I'm turning you off for now. Let's leave it on. Okay, I didn't mean that one. I meant this one. Here we go. Alright, game capture. Okay, let's see. Let's do... Wait, what? Did I just literally fix it? Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, now, those of you watching, one of you is probably Angry Bananas. This is pretty much... Now, I know I'm going to be off camera right here on the live stream, but in the recording, I'm in camera. But you know what? For your viewing pleasure, I'll move it over a bit. This is unscripted. All right. No, in our line of business, we usually get a script or an overview of what the hell we're going to be talking about. But for me, it's always in my head. I know exactly what I want to say, and that becomes my TikTok content. Insider secrets. Ah, man, the gameplay actually sucks over here. Hold on. The window's too small. Let me see. Let's do this. Can I go to factions, loadouts? How's this look? It's gonna be a little... It's gonna be a little too small. That's the thing that sucks about shooting vertically. Everything's gonna be squashed, and you gotta zoom in. The thing is, like, there's some things that are over here in the corner, right? But I'm looking at it right now. Vertically, I have to cut from here outward, each side. Ugh. Well, let's see. Let's just do it, because it's gonna look better, I think, on TikTok. Here we go. Why does it do this? Let me see. Bring that down a little bit. Still too much. Right. Almost there. As good as it gets. Bam. All right. Well, that's good for now. Lock it in right there. All right. Okay. Well, you guys are seeing the maximum screen size, so excuse me. All right. No music. All right. Maestro, por favor. No music. Okay. Music is off. And all right, let's get to it. It's gonna be so embarrassing. You guys are gonna see how I do this stuff live. All right, it's just me. This is my studio. There's nothing here. It's just green screen. All right, enough of this chit chat. Here we go. Streaming vertically. 3. Oh man, I wish they had a better freaking loading screen instead of just showing this character. Where's the splash screen? Is it this one? Made sense. Oh. No way! That is not what I wanted to show. Totally wrong button on that. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, and... I hate when people do that. Hello, my name is Method, and today I'm going to talk about XDefiant. You guys have seen this on many TikToks, but what you don't see is the core mechanics. That's right, I'm talking about games like Overwatch. There's a couple of abilities that kind of feel familiar to Overwatch players in this game, as well as Battlefield 2042. So let's get to it. Like that. All right, you know what? Actually, I'm going to talk about the loadouts. So those of you who've played Call of Duty 4 or Part 3 might be familiar with this UI layout. It looks very familiar, doesn't it? I think one of the original Modern Warfares for Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, I believe, had this. Battlefield 4, or no, sorry, Battlefield 2 or 3 had similar screens, or am I getting them mixed up? I don't know. I think Modern Warfare, one of the old ones, definitely had it like this, right? So you can tell which one they're going for just by looking at this screen, because the movement matches that game. So if you like that kind of Call of Duty, you might like the gunplay. All right. You do have loadouts, very familiar. You do have weapon attachments that you get to unlock. And you do have certain abilities that might look familiar, like the drone, and that's pretty much it. And you'd have grenades, but, you know, they call them devices. I don't know if you can swap a grenade. I don't know if you can... Let me do that again. I don't know if you can swap a grenade out for some other device, but there's that. There's the grenade, and then there's your ability. The ability is selectable in game, so they're not going to show it here, and you cannot really level up the ability for it to become something else. I still think that they should have added it here and changed it up to kind of show this is a permanent ability, or these two are the permanent abilities for this faction, otherwise known as a class. That's right. In this game, factions are the classes. Okay, and here they are, confusing as hell, because if you're not familiar with Ubisoft's IP of Far Cry, oh, finally they actually have the name of the games: Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon Phantoms, and The Division. That's where the cleaners are from. I suspected that was that game. I just didn't know it was called The Division. Also, Clawstick. All right, we're talking about Apex. Apex Legends has some abilities in here in this game. At least it seems that way. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Let's just hop to it. Let's just go straight into it right now, into a match, because sometimes these matches are a little iffy. Also, this beta is a little iffy. Oh, this is the first time I've seen it actually search for players in this screen. Normally, it goes straight into creating a match if it doesn't detect enough players. So this is pretty cool. And this is the first time I actually get to play this, because last time I was playing the regular arena mode, which is pretty much deathmatch, or no, team deathmatch, and it was chaotic. So this might change my opinion. But while this is loading it up, I will say this, all right? The movement in this game feels a little clunky. It's trying to get up to par with the earlier Call of Duties, which is fantastic if you're a fan of that. But it still is not quite there yet, I think. The sliding feels a little off. It doesn't feel like Apex Legends sliding. It doesn't really feel like Call of Duty sliding, especially the new one. So what does it feel like? You know, it feels like somebody's trying to copy Call of Duty, but also trying to slow it down a little bit. I mean, I don't know. You'll see what I'm talking about. But the hit registration, I think, is up to par, you know, with Call of Duty. However, mouse control can be configured, maybe because this is beta. But the fact that this is the standard settings in the game kind of tells me that the developers intended you to play this way with the mouse setting. And that's where it's like, okay, do you want me to play Overwatch or do you want to play Call of Duty? Make up your mind. Overwatch is slower, all right? So if you want me to play slower, then why am I dying so quickly? Why is the movement so fast? You know, Overwatch is not this fast. Well, it's because it's an arena shooter, okay? Well, then the mouse cursor, the mouse movement and all that stuff, that the default should not be feeling like I'm playing Overwatch. That makes no sense. So you have to increase your sensitivity on that, and, you know, there you go. All right, I'm going to leave the lobby, and we're going to join up into the other mode because nobody's playing Escort. By the way, I wanted to play Escort because Escort feels like the payload mode in Overwatch, whatever mode that's called. I think it is called Escort. The payload, right, where you move in the car, and also when you're moving the robot in Overwatch Part 2. And instead of well, ironically, actually, it's the robot. It's the real world. Well, it's a bigger version of the real-world robot made by Boston Dynamics, I think. But he's carrying boxes and stuff, right? And it's like, oh, we got to teleport. We got to move him. We got to move him up. Why? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But you move him. And that's where I'm like, dude, this is straight up from Overwatch. You know, and probably Overwatch wasn't the first game to do it, but it's the first big game that people know it to have this mode. And yeah, so there's that. And these other modes too feel like Call of Duty, straight out Call of Duty Domination, what have you. Even some of them feeling like maybe Battlefield 2042. So that brings up to the other note. Some of these classes have Battlefield 2042 abilities, all right? Like enemy detection and radar through walls. Feels like Rawl, I believe his name is, or Payek, who also has those X-ray vision abilities. And, you know, it's not bad, right, that they copied that, I guess, or got inspirations from that. But that's where it becomes problematic that the game is no longer having its identity. I have experience playing some of the Ghost Recon games from the late 90s, the first Ghost Recon, and Rainbow Six, and all those other Rainbow Six games. And so I get that they're trying to bring, you know, especially Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. I love Splinter Cell. It just doesn't work for this, I think, you know, in terms of picking that as the skin, right, to confuse you as hell, but to try to get Ubisoft fans to want to have a little bit of Call of Duty action. It's just not there, you know, like Ghost Recon is its own thing. It's not Call of Duty, it's Ghost Recon. And it's not Battlefield, it's Ghost Recon. Splinter Cell is not Call of Duty, it's not Overwatch, it's Splinter Cell. You know, some people can say, oh, it's Metal Gear, right? Kind of. But it's not Call of Duty. So why, you know, as a studio who made these Ubisoft games, want to create Call of Duty with this skin of you know, Splinter Cell, of Far Cry, you know, to experiment, right? You know, but you'll see what I'm saying in a second here. So let's take this as an example. The Echelon,
Another cantina.
all right, you got to hear this.
Capture zone.
3, 2.
Weird voice acting.
Your mission is to
So
secure the capture
the Echelon crew, for example, right?
Capture zone A is at risk. Team
Here's the
capturing
cloak. Watch
zone
this, right? Here's the cloak, right? And like, you can still see me. It doesn't look like you can in first person, but in third, you know, I've seen a player cloak. You can still see them, so it's not impossible. But then watch this. Ready? A 30-second cooldown. All right, and then you can see at the bottom, right, bottom of the screen, bottom left. I only have that one ability.
Friendlies going for zone B.
Until I die, right? By the way, this
Hostiles on the scope of zone B.
this movement right here feels floaty. It is not snappy. It doesn't feel as snappy. You know, it actually slows you down. And it feels floaty. I'm floating around right now. This does not feel like the Call of Duty that we know, even though this kind of feels like it, right? Here's the slide. There you go, right? That feels like Call of Duty. But I'm locked in, you know, to this screen. I'm not zoomed in on the enemy that died just now, right? That killed me. But this is where I swap over. You know, granted, the UI can change, you know, when the game comes out. But like some of those stuff is just like, nah, it's not Call of Duty enough. All right, so then it's like, okay, well, what about the abilities, you know? I only get one ability, and then I got an ultimate called an Ultra that's in the middle of the screen that's charging, so that feels like Overwatch. That's what I'm talking about. The problem is like it doesn't know what it wants to become. It doesn't know if it wants to be Call of Duty, Overwatch, or Battlefield 2042. Holy shit! Holy shit! It has its moments. All right, it has its moments. And then that. I get it's a beta, but that just looks cringe. That looks just, you know, it just feels like here's our ideas for this game, a mishmash, a mix of multiple games in one. Now have fun. And yes, it's free to play, and there's nothing wrong with that. Most games are starting out that way. But you got no identity, Ubisoft, at this point. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, real life guns, Modern Warfare, yeah. With like similar objectives to Battlefield 2042 and Call of Duty and Overwatch. Yeah, Call of Duty slide. Yeah, no. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, no. I don't know. And you do get secondary weapons, right? Like that. You know, it just feels like here's Ubisoft with a gun. That's what it feels like. Like I'm not feeling Call of Duty so much here. There's something about it that just not... It just doesn't feel a direct copycat, right? It's not supposed to be, right? You can get inspirations. You get inspired. Let me go look. See? Oh, no, okay. That worked. I will admit. That worked. They couldn't see me enough. They didn't turn around.
All
right? But now I gotta wait for 30 seconds or just die. Look at that. Look at that horribleness. Look, I mean, let me show you this. Watch this. Oh, maybe it was stuck. I wish I did a replay there for a second there, but that just, why is the gun in that position? You know what I mean? Like, it shoots from this position and it's idling in this position. That's like saying, you know, well, here's hip fire, right? Well, what the hell is that? This is at the hip, right? Away from the middle of the screen, practically. This is closer to the middle, but not quite in the middle. What? I'm not even aiming. This is aiming. This is not aiming. Like, and I'm shooting like this. That's, I don't know, dude. That's, you see what I'm saying? Just some of these decisions are just way out there. I don't know if it's because Ubisoft is just not, they're not about making arena shooters, so they're not going to be thinking about these kinds of things. But, you know, for somebody like me who's been playing all these games for all these years, like, what the hell was that? Hold on a second. Hold on. I was trying to showcase the slide. Watch this. Hold on, let me get the pistol out. So I tried sliding sideways. Hold on, let me see if I can do it again. Let me slide sideways. See what I mean? Even, dude, like, who slides forward this way? Wait! God damn it. I'm picky, guys. All right? There's a lot of expectations when you have a game or a company who's not afraid of saying, hey, do you play Call of Duty games? Because you might like this. But yet, they do that kind of stuff, right? Oh, let's try to cloak. Mid-cloak. All right, let's change this faction. Let's change the ability, actually. What's this? The intel suit. All right, we got to help the team out. Let's do Battlefield intel suit, okay? This is going to reveal the enemy positions. Let me get closer, because I don't think it has a big range. Get closer. Right here. There we go. So that's like a Lucio cone, and it's like a one-time thing, and it's a 12. Oh no, it's continuous. The continuous. Oh, he had a scope.
Securing A.
You see, that's why they call it an arena shooter, because it's like instant, like death. Time to kill, fucking seconds. It just feels like team deathmatch. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that, but they call that arena. Just call it team deathmatch. That's what it is. That's what it feels like to me. Here we go. Like, I'm still on a cooldown after I died. Why is that still on the cooldown after I died? At least I thought it was. Anyways, watch this here. Let me try it.
Secured.
Let me intentionally try to die, and then let's put it to the test. I think the cooldown actually does not reset when you die. I don't know if that's intentional, but it's kind of questionable. There we go. All right. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, you see? You see what I'm saying? Like, some decisions are kind of weird. Like, okay, I died. You think everything refreshes, everything restarts, the cooldown, abilities, what have you. But it looks like the cooldowns don't restart upon death. So, not only are you locked into the one skill or one ability per life, right? You get two, like Overwatch. You're only allowed to use one. But then the cooldown will be kept after you die and respawn. It, like, oh, dude. Why would they do that? As bad enough as it is, I can only pick one
Friendly's on
ability.
B.
Why would you limit me the cooldown? It's because they figured, well, you die and you spawn so quickly, we don't want people to be too OP to use their ability. But it's like, dude, you already limit them to one ability. That's just my opinion. Alright, so that's the bomb thing that only works around you. So... what did he even say? I didn't even know what the hell he said.
He's getting blitzed.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like the robot from Apex. I forgot his name. Ugh. I will say this is better than, dare I say it, Valorant. I'm not a Valorant fan, as you can see. I have more fun in this than Valorant, I'll give it that. But is it a Call of Duty clone? It is not 100% a Call of Duty clone. They're not clearly trying to be 100%. But because that question, that survey was, do you play Call of Duty? They're not afraid to hide it. Or, I'm sorry, they're not afraid to say it, that they are trying to get Call of Duty players. Which is not a bad thing, you know. But I think they need to be more transparent that, hey guys, do you play Overwatch as well too? Because there are some Overwatch things. And now I'm looking at my video and it looks like the video is laggy. So I might not be able to stream as well. So I'm going to pause the video and take a look at it in a second. All right. All right. Now that that's done, let's review the video and let's see how it looks. So I think I pretty much covered it, gist of it. I know that was only just that one map, but to be honest, it's the same. And the only thing is left to try out is the payload. The payload map, the transport robot to point A, and then see if that. I mean, I don't have high hopes. All right, now I'm gonna play back. See how it plays. Do that. And this is the first time I actually Overwatch, whatever the mode that's called, I think. And that's where it's like Splinter Cell. It has its moments. All right, it has its moments. That's laggy. I get it's a beta, but that just looks cringe. That looks just, you know, it just feels like... at least I thought it was. Anyways, watch this here. Yeah, it's got some moments where it's not laggy. Boxes and stuff, right? And it's like, all right, well, you know what? Screw it. TikTok ain't paying me, so they're getting a laggy video. All right. Okay, now I'm just going to do a summary at this point, because that was already, I think that I said enough. Oh, let's get out of there. All right, here we go. Let's do a part 2. This one shouldn't lag. Just only in the menus, right? Right. Okay. Oh, dude, it's not even going to talk about the abilities, are they? Yeah, they are. There they are. Okay. Hey, get. All right, here we go. All right, now that you've seen some of the gameplay, all right, I do apologize for the lag, but unfortunately it seems like that's how the setup is just going to work. You know, I don't know if it's their anti-cheat software going in the background or their anti-piracy. I don't know what it is, but this game is just laggy as a beta. It lags everything else I do. So if I try to record, sometimes it's just going to lag that out. But so I did want to talk about real quick about this whole skill system or abilities. You know, it's not a whole lot to talk about, but it's something worth sharing. So I mentioned earlier that you have these factions they're basically classes, and it's using game characters / abilities from the Ubisoft franchises. In this case, Splinter Cell for the Echelon crew, who act like, let's take a look at their abilities, Sombra from Overwatch. And who else? Roll and Payek, I'm probably mispronouncing their names, from Battlefield 2042. All right, here's one ability for them. And then this one right here, the passive trait that says a character does not appear on the minimap. I believe that's one of the... Wow, that's actually anybody in Battlefield 2042 as long as you have a silencer, I believe. The ghillie suit renders the agent nearly invisible. The only one that close that I can think of is Sombra from Overwatch. Sonar goggles reveals enemies through the walls, I believe, and that is Payek's ability. And then you gun them down with Sam Fisher's pistol, which I believe only activates upon... No, that's... you should have that pistol. I don't know. I don't remember if you have the... Yeah, you do. You have the secondary pistol. Let's take a look at the other one. Libertad. Right? Is that how you pronounce it? These are from the Far Cry 6. This is from Far Cry 6, and this is your support class. All right? So it's a lot of healing. Now, this... I don't know if it's the Ultra or it's this thing here. I think it's this thing here. El Remedio. I think that's how you pronounce it. Throws a gas canister that heals friendlies until destroyed or canceled. This is annoying, because it does not give you a visual cue where this object is in the game world. And you have to just know where you dropped it. Where did you plop it down? Because chances are it's still not destroyed. And you can't use this until that thing gets destroyed. I mean, it'll stay there and heal anybody that's in that area. But if the fight is no longer there, you wasted the whole ability for the whole match, or it's your whole life, right? Until you die. And you just got to change that ability to this one, And that goes back to that problem, is that you have two abilities that you can only activate one at a time per life. And as we saw in the gameplay, the cooldown continues into your next life. It's like a continuous cooldown. What the hell is that? That's like, imagine, if you will, Overwatch. The cooldown continues for your abilities when you die, after you die. Like, what? That makes no sense. Reset that shit. Whatever. All right, so there you go. And then, so you can already tell, okay, this is, I guess, your damage dealing class in Overwatch. And then you have your healer or your support class over here. Phantoms are going to be, I believe, the tank classes. Yes, here you go. And here's your tank class. Do you see what I'm saying? It feels like Overwatch. You have your shields, which is basically Winston's shield right here. But it comes with you. It's like attached to this gun that looks like Zarya's gun. Except it's not a laser beam. It's a big, huge shotgun, right? I didn't showcase it, but that's what it is. And then you have Sigma's shield right here. Now, it doesn't move. You can't move it. You just plop it down, and it looks like a big, huge, flat screen TV. And then you have Dozer's shield from Battlefield 2042, and it acts like Dozer's shield, where you got to like hit them and melee them. I know Modern Warfare has this shield as well, too, a shield bash. And then you have Modern Warfare's, let's not hide it, hardened skill trait. There's skill ability, right? They call it a passive trait. Let's not hide it, right? Let's just put it out there. Hey, we're taking this from Call of Duty. So that's also a thing. So there you go. There's your assault class. Damage dealers. Oh, no. Well, I guess they are damage dealers, but I like to call them the tanks, right? And then the cleaners, which right off the bat, the Ultra Purifier, it's a flamethrower. And I haven't used it myself, but I think it takes a page from the Call of Duty mobile game. As a kill streak reward in that game, you get a flamethrower. So I think it feels like that. The drone, Call of Duty and Battlefield. All right, Battlefield has a drone as well. But Call of Duty, because it has the smoke drone, and they have also a bomb drone, I think. But this one, instead of any of that, it is a fire drone. The firebomb is just an explosion around you, I believe, or not. I don't remember now. Is it? No, this is the one where you just, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just around you. All right. It's not like Caustic in Apex Legends and he throws the smoke. It's not like that. I thought it was going to be, but it's not. The incendiary rounds, it's just like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, right? The fire, fire bullets. So same thing like that too. So you could tell it's like a hodgepodge. It's a hodgepodge of various game mechanics, and this is the core of it, But how you kill players is like Call of Duty style. So if you like that way of killing players, like Call of Duty, but that's it. That's as far as Call of Duty it goes. you may or may not like this because you don't get kill streak rewards. You get these abilities, but you're going to use 1 per life. That's it. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up with my review of the beta, which I hope is not going to be final. I know they say it's not final, but if they got this far into the beta and they already have this kind of locked down a little bit, I'm not going to play it, to be honest. Because if they're trying to sell Call of Duty, I'm just going to play Call of Duty. This is not Call of Duty to me. If they're trying to, I think they should push it for being Overwatch-esque, then make it more like Overwatch. Don't hide it. You know, don't hide it behind the skin of Call of Duty. Make an Overwatch clone, Ubisoft. And those are my words. My name is Method. Make sure to follow me for more videos like this. And I also stream on Twitch, so follow me on there as well. I'll see you all next time. All right. I think that wraps it up. I think that one was not laggy at all, but the gameplay one is going to be laggy, so that's going to suck. Wow. Alrighty. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this behind the scenes with me. I am going to do another one probably tomorrow, and that one is going to be straight up from the phone, so, you know, very a la TikTok style. And I'm going to be spamming away with videos like crazy on there because I got to get more people on here. You know what I'm saying? I got to hustle. I got to hustle to make a difference. All right? At least a difference for me. All right. Thank you very much, Angry Bananas, or whoever's watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.